Hey beautiful people, welcome back to my channel. I hope that you are all doing well. Today's video is a bit of a spontaneous one. Yesterday was a To My Sisters recording day. If you don't know what To My Sisters is, it is a digital sisterhood community and podcast that is run and founded by myself and my best friend Renee Kapuku, who you have seen on my channel a few times. And we were recording yesterday, but unfortunately halfway through recording, our mics turned off. And so I thought I would include some of the missing footage here on my channel for you to get a little snippet. But if you want to watch the full episode, then I will leave it in the iCards above. As you know, I am on a journey of growing and glowing, as we like to call it over on TMS. And I wanted to share some insights that I've been getting into myself lately that I thought would possibly bless you. One thing that I discovered massively last year was I don't actually give myself enough of my own time. And it was one of, like, my mum always used to say this to me, Courtney, it's like you don't have time for yourself. And I used to think, like, what's she talking about? I'm with myself 24/7. But actually, a lot of the time that I spend working. And that's not a bad thing, you know, being an extreme. My personality test told me that the phrase workaholic was made for people like me. I'm just, I didn't do red like that. But you can, like, I guess you can kind of, you've seen it. Yes. I work a lot. Yes. So I think in that though, it's made me realize me working is not me actually giving myself time. And sometimes I would feel extremely guilty, not just for taking a day off, but even taking an hour to have lunch. I would feel like, no, I need to be doing something. I need to be doing stuff. I need to be checking in with this person. I need to be fulfilling my responsibilities, basically. And one thing that I've learned is if you're going to be patient with yourself and if you're going to give yourself grace, you actually need to start investing your time in yourself. Yeah. So nowadays, I take, like, I'll put my phone down, I'm going 2 hours at the gym. I don't care. The emails are piling up, I don't give a damn. I've got to invest in myself, I've got to do what makes me happy. I'll spend, an hour or two preparing my food for the day. I want to do things that are demonstrations to myself that I care. And I saw this really powerful tweet that was saying, speak your love language to yourself. Wow. And my love languages are quality time and words of affirmation. And yet I never give myself time, and I never really put in the effort to do positive talk, positive self-talk. But I would expect that from a partner. And sometimes we want romantic relationships because it will give us the thing we deny ourselves. Wow. I think that is something that needs to be hugely overcome.
Sorry, could you just drop your cash out? PayPal link, maybe?
Yeah, you could.
We're just gonna drop your cash out at the bottom of this YouTube video. So if anyone wants to grace, if anyone wants to sponsor Courtney spending some quality time with herself, you can do so.
Please do. I love me a good restaurant trip. But yeah.
I see.
That's oftentimes why we change romantic relationships. Because you're gonna love me in the way that I don't love myself. But it's the love that I need.
That is beautiful. I don't think I could have even put a fragment of that in the way that you did. That is so important. Spend time with yourself. And it sounds so basic, but even things like courting yourself, going on dates, doing things that you like, making sure that you do these every day as well. It doesn't have to, many of us do the
getaway trip.
There we go, getaway trip. You need to implement rest, recuperation, and self-love as a daily practice. It needs to be built into the fabric of your life. It needs to be built into the fabric of your life.
When people used to say work from a place of rest, I never really used to get it. And what they're really saying is the fundamentals are your rest, your love, your self-love, your self-care actually should be prioritized. The time you spend investing in your mind, all of that, the input is the priority, right? It's an essential. The output is secondary. Not to say it's not important, but it's secondary.
Absolutely. And maybe we need to, almost divorce ourselves from ourselves and think of how you would take care of yourself if you were in a relationship with yourself, or if you were a parent of yourself. Like, how would you love yourself?
How would you care for yourself?
And how do you do it now?
Yeah. Because if a lot of us treated other people the way we treat ourselves, especially our internal monologues, we would be called abusers.
Absolutely.
Actual abusers, we would be called negligent, or negligent. If I'm gonna be honest, help 999.
It's so true.
We would be negligent.
Wow.
Because we deprive ourselves of so much. Sometimes in pouring it into other people, but sometimes just in a kind of an unspoken belief that we don't need it.
Yeah. Whew. And it's like you're pouring into other people from a very empty. Your well is dusty. The state of your internal affairs is dusty. And then you become resentful at the fact that you're so loving and caring.
Yeah.
You're not really, because if you were, you would have enough for yourself. And we, like, trust me, we definitely understand the whole being giving and all of that kind of good stuff. But the funny thing is, I wrote an article on this like a while ago, why being selfish is good for you. Link in the description. You better check that out. Being selfish is good for you because that's how you learn to engage in your other relationships. That's how you can make it clear what values you have. Like you were saying earlier, a lot of us are chasing relationships with people to fulfill our needs. But some of us don't even know what it looks like when our needs are fulfilled because we've never fulfilled them for ourselves before. So it's like you're out here chasing quality time, love, all of these kind of stuff, but it could very well look abusive to you and you wouldn't be able to tell the difference because you've never loved yourself from the start. So what now?
So definitely subscribe to my channel, but go and check out the My Sisters channel and Renee's if you haven't already, and I'll talk to y'all soon. Mwah.